In my last review, I angered many viewers with a candid analysis of the Wreck-It Ralph sequel. I sense it is time to further infuriate the YouTube community. Shall the butthurt be conveyed to the world? Today's topic does have a video game associated to it. However, the video game is a conversion of a long-running and voguish animated television program, which in itself is a modification of the Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck comic book series. This is the inception of adaptation. Debuting in 1987, Ducktales was a series about anthropomorphic waterfowl who have epic occurrences in every 22 minutes of runtime. In the 1980s, television animation was a witticism. Many production companies refused to spend much currency on the medium. In Ducktales, the Walt Disney Company defied this assessment and provided quality animation. The show became an elephantine triumph, leading to more opportunities for cartoonists in TV. 2 years later, Fox greenlit and premiered The Simpsons, which, like amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, will never go away. Disney made millions on the Ducktales property, leading to character meet and greets in the California and Florida parks, a highly lionized video game by Capcom, and numerous merchandise sales. For the next 30 years, fans continued to love the program. In 2017, Disney XD premiered a reboot version of the show. The 2017 version of Ducktales is one of Walt Disney Company's most fashionable properties, gaining approval from fans old and new alike. However, I want to talk about the movie that was released in the summer of 1990. Ducktales, Treasure of the Lost Lamb, is the bygone entry to the franchise, mainly because it tanked in the box office. It didn't help that Walt Disney Animation released a massive blockbuster, which also had the genie, this time voiced by Robin Williams. 2 years later, Disney had high aspirations for this film. The company created Disney Movie Toons Studios, thinking this film would be the start of something. To date, this film is the only release of Disney Movie Toons. To further condemn this film's legacy, Ducktales creator Alan Burnett, who would go on to adapt DC Comics to animation, called the film one big chase scene. He blamed scheduling for the poor product. You might say to yourself, this might be a terrible motion picture. However, it has an 88% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. A large majority of people who remember the film liked it. This tickled my inquisitiveness. I declare that we look into this 75-minute chase scene. First, I want to look into the production. The animation, which was done by Walt Disney's French studios, is flawless. I was amazed by the texture and colors. This was a major upgrade from the original TV series. Director Bob Hathcock did a very good job in direction. It surprises me that he never got another chance at directing another animated theatrical film. The voice actors were also prodigious. All-stars, like Russi Taylor and the late great June Foray, performed to their potential. Despite being the second actor to voice the world's most opulent waterfall, for years nobody could ever imagine Scrooge McDuck not being voiced by the late Alan Young. After watching this, I can almost concur with the sentiment. Young was able to add depth and genial humanity to the character. He reckoned to the aura and legacy of Scrooge. It took the 10th Doctor to finally break through. Ducktales does have flaws, in that there are extremely vexatious dramatic persony sprinkled throughout its run. I refuse to remember a certain owner of a Triceratops because he is worse than every form of diabetes. This film does have characters that can become maddening if left on screen too long. Appa, voiced by Richard Libertini, can create a stereotype. I know he has a different name, but when I hear the voice, I think of an Indian stereotype. Interestingly enough, Disney became aware of this and tried to rectify it in the original series' final episode. In it, Dijon meets up with his Buddhist monk brother, who is presented as a conveyor of knowledge and generosity. Dijon is just a small fraction that became thieves. I originally thought Rip Taylor's Ginny was irritating, but looking back it was passable. This Johnny is still not as sublime as Robin Williams. The film's largest forte is the adversary. Merlock is intimidating. Voiced by Doc Brown, the presence of the villain can be felt even in comedic moments. His shape-shifting abilities, determination, and ruthlessness is what makes this an appealing nemesis. I put this behind Judge Doom and Christopher Lloyd's best villains. There are, as always, some idiocy in the storytelling. I will not get into the details that immortality should include falling from the stratosphere. Many of the wishes are wasted. Never once does anyone think of wishing for a weapon against Merlock, a genie that will kill Merlock, a Miss box, or have Merlock teleported to the surface of the sun. Granted, many selfish wishes are given. After all, these are children wishing the majority of the time. World peace and the cure for cancer do not take preeminence in their desires. One wishes for ice cream to fall from the sky. I wonder if this is considered self-serving. Tea is unequivocally not. Quick, someone find a magic lamp or leprechaun and wish for an ice cream downpour. In Disney's vast library of forgotten movie titles, this film is a hidden gem. Considering the many failed attempts at bringing a TV series to the big screen, Alan Burnett achieved a superb accomplishment. This film gets an A. Please find it on iTunes or Google Play. Until next time, Anti-Obsess.